Final Fantasy VII. Well, basically, the game is about a protagonist named Cloud Strife who meets a bunch of characters who are pretty cool, and they end up saving the world from the evil corporation known as Shinra. Now, this game is awesome. It was one of the first RPGs here in the States that basically set the genre for RPGs. The polygons don't hold up to date now, but at the time, this was revolutionary. Freaking trust me. Okay, first things first. As you can see, I have them out of the box and in the box here. I'm not going to spend too much time on the packaging. Well, maybe I need my glasses for this one. Yes, I wear glasses. Glasses rule. So here we have the packaged version of this set. Final Fantasy VII at the time was the hugest thing since sliced bread. If sliced bread was a game.
Sliced bread aside, before I get into this box set, I should mention these figures originally came packaged separately. A Japanese version and a North American and European or international version.
You can tell the difference by the graphic in the upper right hand corner. Even the quality of the figures are different. Check out Barrett's sweet ass tattoo in the Japanese version. Without further ado, the box is a peach creamy color, which goes very well with the figures. Either this color, a dark black, or a white would have been optimal for this. It makes it look more sexy. Oh yeah, there's also this black trim at the top too. And at the top here, you can see it says Final Fantasy Original Toys, letting you know that this is an official product that's Final Fantasy Original Toys. You got Cloud Strife, Barrett Wallace, Aris Gainsborough, and Tifa Lockhart. I mean, look at the sexiness on these. These are so sexy. They're sexy. And they're all illustrated very beautifully. You can even pose them a certain way. I mean, look at the box. It's pretty suggestive of how you should pose them. Each of the figures also come with a stand, as you can see in the back of the box here. And on the front of the box, if you look, all the characters are displayed through the clear plastic. I mean, it's awesome. Two things I don't like about the box display. The text on the box is not very well done. It's all jumbled up and close together. It's hard to kind of read. I gotta squint my eyes. I know they had to fit all of it on the box, and that's probably why the purpose as to why they did that, but still. I mean, you do have the Final Fantasy logo there, which is pretty badass. Also that it says ages 8 and up. Now an 8-year-old will screw these figures up. On the side over here also, the illustration of Cloud is displayed very nicely on both sides. It's kind of lazy. And on the bottom, there's nothing. On the top, there's that text again. And to top it off, it's also done by Bandai. Action Satisfaction. But they still say that. I don't know if they say that.
Bandai. Action Satisfaction.
That's the packaging it comes in. And I gotta give the packaging a 8 out of 10. Only because of the text over here. Since it's this collectible edition, it's kind of suggestive that you don't want to open it. You want to keep this in here. But that's enough on the packaging. Even though it's pretty badass and I can't let it go. Let's move on to the figures themselves.
Now look at that. That's badass ass epic. You get two asses up in there. And I ain't talking about Tifa and Aris's. Each character is very well detailed and articulate and very accurate. They're pretty much on the mark, actually, exactly. I mean, the characters together look awesome. Look at that. Barrett Wallace. Thing about Barrett in the game, he's a swearing son of a bitch. Curses a lot. They just happen to make him black. Making black people look better and better. Thank you, Japanese. Then there's Tifa. Tough girl here. Aris is the sweet flower girl in the game. And the protagonist is Cloud Strife, who was an ex-soldier. Oh yeah, there's the frog and the toad. Oh, this toad, he can breakdance too, like... Yeah. Wait, no, don't do that. I don't really know how he's supposed to stand, but... And the chocobo here. I don't know if that's the stand, but... Hey. Most of them come with weapons and stands. I'm going to break them down individually so you can kind of see what I'm talking about really quick. I'm going to start with my man Cloud here. Cloud comes with this stand piece and his weapon, the Buster Sword. The individual one comes with another weapon, I'm not sure, correct me if I'm wrong. Now he's the protagonist in the game, very strong character. I want to remember he's an ex-soldier, he's about 20 years old, and he kicks ass. And he can wield the Buster Sword with pretty much relative ease. Let me take the sword out of his hand for a moment. And let's let him stand by himself. That's how he looks. His hair is very pointy, yellow, yellowish blonde. It looks exactly like the character. I'm gonna put a picture comparison right there. And he's wearing the same uniform. It's like black, off blue actually, darkish blue I should say. They have this rounded kind of feel, not cartoony but animated kind of look. His boots, very well done. The joints are very sensitive. The side, the back, the side, and the front. He comes with this foot stand for one foot, I think either foot. And you just pop it in like this. Yeah, man. And the sword, the Buster Sword. Another thing about each of these figures is that they each have a small hole in their hands as to where they're supposed to hold a weapon. I don't know if you can see it, but I'm going to close it up here. You probably can't see the hole, it's too dark. But it's there, believe me. And the sword, one thing I don't get about this sword is that it has this foamy residue kind of thing here. I have no idea why this is included. Maybe I just don't understand, but it's annoying the fuck out of me. Yeah. And the sword itself is kind of flimsy. Plastic material, bendable. Not very detailed at all. Not in the slightest. It looks boring as hell. It's all one color. And be careful with these figures too, because I hate doing this, but pieces are removed very easily. It's just, this is one thing I don't like. These are not meant for playing, they're just meant for displaying. Oh, that rhymes. Cool. Here he is holding the sword, and he becomes very top heavy. Yeah, don't make him hold it like that. He meant to hold it this way behind himself. He can turn here. Oops. Oh, I'm looking a little funny there. His arm poking out. Like, Cloud, what happened to you? What kind of battle did you get into? Shit. Cloud himself is pretty cool. I just wish they did more here with the sword. The second sword, I'm sorry I don't have. I wish I could review it. But, you know, I'm telling you, in spirit, it looks cool. And yeah, that's Cloud. Barrett Wallace. Here's Barrett Wallace. I mean, Barrett Wallace is a pretty big guy. He's about 6'3", 4, 5, whatever. He's big. His character, he is a little aggressive. Okay, he's a lot aggressive. But, you know, he's a cool guy. But he's a loving guy. He loves his little girl named Marlene. He's more like a fatherly figure to this girl. And he's an overall good character. Tough guy on the exterior. Look at him. Total badass tough character. Generic big guy. His skin tone is dark brown. Almost like mine, but darker. And he has a gun arm. Enough said. There's a whole story behind that too. How he lost his arm too with his friend dying, who also has a gun arm too, but his is not as cool as Barrett's. His fist here and the next, it rotates. I don't think the gun arm, yeah it does. Badass. And the fist rotates too in his left arm. His color scheme is pretty dark. Little dark greenish pants, black vest. He has this necklace here, dog tags, this metal waist thing over here, and his muscles are fairly detailed. Huge ass freaking arms, bicep. Almost kind of exaggerated. Like his arms are huge and big, but his body's a little smaller. But then it's kind of actually proportionate here, now that I look at it. Big boots. Guy's huge, he's a tank. This is the heaviest figure, obviously. I like holding him, he's pretty heavy guy. And looking at him, he's very detailed. Even the ruffles in his shirt are very detailed. Look at that. I'm Barrett. Fuck you looking at? But yep, that's him. Overall, a decent figure. He doesn't come with a stand or anything, and this is only quote-unquote weapon accessory. We have the lovely Aris, or Aerith, either one. The thing about Aris is that she's Aris, sweet flower girl. She comes with her staff. Here, she comes with the chocobo in the box. I don't know if she comes with a stand, I don't think so. But that's her character. Now looking at her close-up, super detailed as well. Just focus on her for a minute. I love Aris. She's my favorite character. One of them. She's sweet, look at her. She has a little ponytail. Oh yeah, her bow also here. Little butt over there. Little ass. I like that. I mean, you know, not the ass. I do like ass, but never mind. I do like the fact that they added the detail. Very curvy female figures. That's what I meant. Yeah. Even her little buttons here, as you can see, are included, and that's awesome. Front, this long pink dress, short red vest jacket, very detailed too. Ooh, don't fall, sweetheart. Now she's the flower girl in this game, who's very important. Aris, she sadly dies in the game. That was one of the saddest moments in game history. So to see her as a figure, it's truly a blessing. It's awesome. I mean, they could have just been a dick and been like, no, you know, she died, so no. And this is her staff. It's a little bit bent, but, you know, most of the weapons are kind of just a gray plastic here at this point, so. Well, she doesn't have any holes in her hand? No, so her rod just goes right in. That didn't sound right. Her staff goes right in her hand and clicks right in. And bam, she's holding it. Firm. There we go. Now her character doesn't need a stand. She comes with this chocobo too. Now the chocobo himself is very nice detailed character. The chocobo are used as modes of transportation in the game. It's kind of like their horses. They do a lot of things. They race. They get you from one place to another. You can raise them, graze them. I guess you can eat them. I don't know. I don't remember what they do. I hope they don't, because they're so cute and lovable. But these guys are like one of the mascots for Final Fantasy in general. This one's relatively small. Usually they're big enough like this for them to ride on, by contrast like that. But there are smaller ones too, like this. And I guess they have to fit it in the pack. But the chocobo is very detailed as well. Brown legs, his little chicken feet, and his beak. And he has a nice look on his face, like, oh, they go, wah, wah. And finally, now I'm going to do Tifa. Well, let me reword that. I'm going to review Tifa. She's a badass fighter character. She grew up with Cloud, and she's about, what, 19? Barrett's like, I don't know, he's old. She's a tough chick. She doesn't use any weapons besides her fists. And I guess she wears these tough gloves here. Now her figure's limited on movement because it's just mainly for a pose. Her arm is locked in this position. Her arm's a little stiff as well. But I ain't mad at that pose. Shit is sexy. She comes with a stand. But, you know, she can stand pretty well without... Oh, okay, maybe not. Well, at times, she can stand pretty well. Not in this particular instance. I don't know. I think the stand kind of makes these figures dependent after a while. Because before she was standing very well on her own. But, you know, it doesn't matter. The detail is also very well done. You can see her shoes, her boots are brown. Her little skirt that she wears, sexy. She's just all around sexy. And she also has a little twisty ponytail almost like thing as well on the back of there too. And this toad comes with it. Now, don't ask me, I don't remember anything about the toad. I remember there were toads and they were annoying in the damn game, and this is that guy. I think. Because I really don't remember it, I'm sorry. I'm not going to lie to you guys and act like, yeah, the toad was in the game. I do remember, in the fields, I think, or in the swamp, they were toads. Correct me if I'm wrong, I don't remember. His eyes are detailed. Smooth, very smooth paint job on him. He's not very detailed in terms of looks because he just has these webbed feet and webbed hands. I mean, he's limited on how he looks because he is a toad. He's a very simple design. Still cool looking, and he comes with Tifa. Tifa, on the other hand, long legs here too. And, you know, not to acknowledge the elephant in the room, but her outfit is kind of a fan service because if you look at her, she's very busty over here with her white shirt and her suspenders over here holding her pants up. Now her character design, I really am not sure as to why she looks this way, but it doesn't matter. I'm not complaining. Looking sexy. Her eyes are beautiful too. Look at that shit. Sexy. To the T. Looks like her. I think these figures were either released at the same time the game came out or a time around it. It was a pretty bold move. If people do not know the characters or are not familiar with them, they're not going to buy the product. To be fair, looking at the game, the screenshots, I wanted these characters even though I didn't know them very well. Couldn't tell me nothing. You was going to get these. Are they for displaying or playing? Displaying mostly. Hell yeah. You can either keep them in the box like I did over here. Put that there. Or you can display them on your shelf, your wall, whatever. You can still enjoy them in the package or out the package. But just be mindful about what you do, how you display them, and where you display them. Because they can fall easily too. Well, Barrett's not falling. He's a tough son of a bitch. It's really nice to see your characters come to life with something you can touch and hold. And I like touching these girls. Nah, I'm just kidding. No, I'm not kidding. Between Aris and Tifa, who would you pick? Let me know in the comment section. I'd love to hear it. I'm going to read it. I'm going to put up a poll. A poll. Is it poll? Poll?